Just take it one step at a time, 1 hour at a time, one day at a time.
John Wiedemann says not a moment goes by that he doesn't think about Ollie, his 6-year-old only child.
Legos was his deal. He was precious.
Go, go, go!
Played t-ball.
Go, Ollie!
Soccer. He was wonderful. He was the sweetest soul you would ever meet. He cared about everybody. And he loved his mom.
Wiedemann says Ollie's mother, Candace Harbin, started to change when he was a toddler.
We never argued. I could just tell, she was depressed. I asked her, I said, do you have any suicidal thoughts? She said, yes. And I said, well, we need to get some help.
When she resisted, he says,
things started going downhill.
The two were never legally married, and the next few years became a bitter custody battle for Ollie.
As I got further into it, I felt like the system failed my son.
In 2016, Wiedemann got custody after a social study evaluator warned Ollie's mother had clinical issues, ruling her time with Ollie needed to be supervised.
It was supervised.
By who?
By a nanny cam.
Not a person.
No.
A nanny cam.
But in March of this year, a second social study evaluator allowed the mother unsupervised visits with Ollie.
That's the final deal right there.
Wiedemann says almost immediately his son started to change.
The way my son was acting, I knew something was wrong. Sunday night, my son stood up on the couch and said, I'm hurting so bad and nobody's helping me.
That was one of the last times he saw Ollie. Thursday, Ollie went home with his mother after school. He never returned the next day.
8 o'clock comes. I call the school across the street. They said he's not here.
Wiedemann says he spent all day at the police station with an investigator familiar with this case.
And I looked at her straight in the face and I told her she's going to kill him. They started scrambling, trying to ping the phones. Finally got the Amber Alert out.
All the while, what is going on in your mind and your body? You knew.
Yeah.
Investigators that evening told him the news. Ollie and his mother were found dead in her minivan in a parking garage. Later, Ollie's death was ruled a homicide by toxic effects of hydrogen sulfide. Wiedemann hopes that by speaking out, the system can change. There can be consistency on the bench and stronger child advocacy programs. He'll never forget seeing Ollie for the last time.
I said goodbye to my son. I held my son for the last time. And I made a promise that I would do everything I could for this not to happen to another child. That was my promise. I don't break my promises, especially to my son.
As for his future, Wiedemann says God is guiding his steps. He's walking in faith that he'll see Ollie again in heaven.
And I know he's safe now. He doesn't have to suffer anymore.